Here we go. Pistol round underway. ATK, they're looking for their first win in the group stage of IEM Fall, whereas Extra Salt have already found their first win. They're 1-1. And they're looking to go 2-1 and perhaps jump into that top 3. Opening shots get fired here, and ATK on the receiving end of the worst of it with Fady down to 17. MOTM coming around the corner. OC spots him. Now Extra Salt have the advantage here, 5v4. They don't have to commit to the A-site hit. You do see the bomb on, I believe it is JT's back there. Excuse me, on Sonic's back. Okay, around Marky's watching the flank, and he will catch off Mango with the headshot, 5v3.
That was a messy duel right there, but it's the opening for Extra Salt to really confirm this round, at least heavily into their favor. Fady, though, might have other ideas. Marky making a lot of noise around towards ladder room. Going to cue in ATK to what exactly is actually going on. It's going to be the A run, but Fady's backstabbed by Sonic, who's slowly crept his way up ramp room, gets in behind, and now it's just down to Mistim and Blaze. The bomb gets planted, and the chances for ATK dwindle with every passing second. Mistim, he can get a couple headshots here, change the tide, but OC denies, and Blaze comes through. Oh, actually gets 2. Thought he was going to get traded there, but it's going to be Fang to put him down in the end. 1-0 the round starts for Extra Salt. ATK, though, let's see if they force. If they do, Extra Salt might have to be careful, and they're going to go for the force buy.
Yeah, Blaze is going to be one to watch for sure on the ATK side. I think he was hovering around a KDR of 1 when he played up against Extremum on Inferno, and you see there, mechanically, a very skilled player. Missed him as well, in particular on Vertigo against Liquid. Had a couple of rounds where he entries very effectively off that A ramp. We'll have to see if they can make a little more noise against Extra Salt here. So far, looking quite good. They got an AK, 3 Galils, and the MAC-10 in their hands versus ATK's Force Buy, which features Deagles across the board. 2 flashbangs, 2 smokes, and actually a 3rd flashbang is in their hands. Modem comes around this corner, tosses a smoke down the ramp, and is just going to bide his time here, perhaps shooting a few shots through that smoke.
Still a 5v5, and time is starting to dwindle down a little bit. It's at about 1:07 on the clock. Still waiting to see what exactly is going to happen out of this round. Starting to flow through the ramp room. Bang the first to contact. Gonna get met by Fady. He does not get anything else, but still opens things up well. 4v4. Time continuing to tick down, and the rotations from ATK are starting to funnel over towards A. Blaze making a slow, methodical through middle, making sure there's nobody from Extra Salt there. And Mango is going to join in on this gamble stack. Extra Salt have taken too much time. They're walking into a stack, and with the Deagles here for ATK, it's going to get messy. There's still a Molotov and a couple of smokes and flashbangs for Extra Salt, but the Salters will have to clear every single angle, and it's going to be a tooth and nail brawl to get this site control. Molotov goes in, and they're so blind with the flashes. OCJT make it 3, and OC's going to get himself a nice little headshot. Hat trick converted, and well, it was going to be a little rough there, but Extra Salt, they convert it clean.
Extra Salt, yeah, nice clean conversion off of the force buy for ATK. It was a nice shot at the beginning, I believe it was Fady, but then OC walks onto the site and takes care of business there on Modem, Blaze, and Mango. So, Extra Salt, they get a bonus round on through here, although JT did have to reinvest into that MAC-10. It's not the worst gun to reinvest into, though, given that ATK have not bought up pretty much anything except for a P250, so JT could farm the money and get his bank account in pretty good condition. Look at ATK, they're charging on forward into T-spawn. Sonic has spotted it out, and now they're just waiting for ATK to arrive in their direction. JT and Sonic have a good crossfire setup. I don't see what ATK can do now except for fall back and try to prevent Extra Salt from building up that economy.
JT. Now toss in a bit of utility. It's going to come to no effect, and ATK do not seem content to really push this. They're just playing from exits from the looks of things, and I don't blame them. They don't want to give the kill rewards back to Extra Salt. This first gun round is, I think, going to be a very telltale sign of how this matchup is going to go, John. I feel if ATK don't really get much going on it, it's going to be a very long map for them in their minds. It might be a very long map in terms of actual rounds played. Extra Salt have had the better of the aim duels so far. Granted, nobody dies in this round, so it's an unusual 10-man save in this one. Don't really ever get to see that, but here comes the gun round, and here comes the real chance for ATK. If they don't get anything going, it's going to be rough. Let's see if they have some magic up their sleeve. Good amount of Molotovs, 5 to be exact. Nades on 2. Utility's a little light for Mango, but other than that, everyone has plenty. And there's 2 kits as well, so good chance for a defuse to come through, even if that kit gets dropped in an awkward spot.
Man, OC's looking a lot like Sonic today.
Yeah.
So, I think those cams might be a little crossed up there. Either way, Mango is going to get headshotted by OC. 5v4 here for Extra Salt. It's the first rifle buy-up for ATK. Not starting the way they would hope. Blaze on the platform is still alive and kicking towards that B site. Fady spamming down JT, but Fang manages to take out MOTM next to him, leaving Fady isolated, but Fady does manage to transfer for 2 frags. 3v2 in favor of Extra Salt, who should have control of the B site should they choose to go there. But as of right now, they're still deciding where their final destination will be. Now Sonic's going to move up. He's got the Galil in his hands.
Looks to be a wide open B site. Rotations are coming in from Blaze and Mistum. They do have a Molotov to try and deny the bomb plant, but there's going to be a flame thrown out by Extra Salt. Good amount of utility too. Sonic gets that kill as Blaze is blind. And now Mistum, he hears the run up the stairs from OC. He should have a free kill onto him. And Sonic is low, making this a viable 1v2. Mistum in the IGL for ATK. It's been a very heavy hitter for them in the past. He's got the first, and he knows what the second is, but he's taking the damage. He's taking a lot of damage. Flashbang goes out, but the cross from Sonic goes back towards Green. Gonna reposition and finish off fellow South African player Mistum. 4-0 now for Extra Salt. ATK brought it close thanks to Mistum, but it was not close enough. And it's some of these initial duels not going their way. Fang does get 2 here, but aside from that, there really wasn't that much on the holds from ATK.
At least ATK managed to bring it back to 1v1, but you're right, there wasn't much they were able to do as Extra Salt were charging onto those bomb sites. They're now up 4-0. And you see Mango getting lit down to 38 HP thanks to a well-tossed nade on the Extra Salt side. Another flashbang comes out. Fady receives that. You see ATK going aggressive down the ramp. They don't want to let Extra Salt have this space for free. A good Molotov thrown there by Extra Salt to ensure that no one can hold up close on the stairs towards B. Sonic deciding where he's going to end up to support his squad, but at the same time, Extra Salt are just kind of poking and prodding around the map, looking for an opening in the defense. So far, not spotting anything on the ATK side.
ATK are not over-aggressing here, which I think is a good call. Extra Salt were ready for it. But now, as the peaks start to come through from Extra Salt, ATK are going to get picked off 1 by 1, leaving just Mistum and Mango in a 2v5. Eagles in hand, yes, but for how much longer will they be alive, that remains to be seen. JT will get the next, and he knows where Mango is, somewhere around the site. Finishes the job. 5-0 start for Extra Salt on the T side of Vertigo, as they are quickly accumulating rounds. But now the op is in the hand of MOTM. He's been the primary for ATK, and they're going to see if they can use him to get some space for the squad, buy some time, and perhaps break that goose egg and have it a little omelet to cook up. See where he wants to go with it.
Sonic just going to throw a quick smoke towards the B stairs. Flashbangs thrown by ATK. They're going for an aggressive push through that A ramp. In fact, Mistum is. He wants to make sure that no one can get on through, but he doesn't realize that OC's already into scaffolding. They are spamming it, so maybe something was spotted, but I really don't think so. Fang, opening frag his way. He gets traded by Fady, but Sonic strikes right on back to drop Blaze with the A1S towards that B site. Moving on forward is Marky down the plat. Mango's deleted. 4v2 for Extra Salt, and now Fady and Mistum will be on the outside looking in. Sonic holding the close angle here. His teammates Taking the fights. Fady gets one. Could get the second. No. Can't connect for a single shot on Sonic, leaving only Mistim. And Mistim, well, he's just going to be content to save, as Extra Salt keep the goose egg on the board for ATK and extend their lead to 6.
Unless Mistim has other ideas, then he's just going to save. He might get one and maybe upgrade to an AK, but it will be that 6th round. ATK are going to be broke, relatively speaking, again. OC could also go for the AWP, but he's not going to. Mistim allowed to live, so that gives ATK a little bit more life in the next round. And I say he'll be allowed to live. OC swings in the end there and makes sure he cannot hold that M4 into the next one. He gave poor old Mango a little bit of a caster's curse right there. Unfortunate. Timeout called, though, John.
Wow.
What do you think is the answer for ATK here? Because I am out of ideas.
Fast forward 6 months into the future after you've gained more experience playing against top level teams, and then maybe you'll have a little more success. I'm sorry, that was mean, but honestly, it kind of feels true. They're in a position right now where they're playing out of their league. Teams like Extra Salt, Liquid, and Extremum, of course, way above them, but Extra Salt has been playing lights out Counter-Strike at the premier level, flirting with Pro League for quite some time, and yeah, it's just the result of being outmatched right now.
Yeah. I'm hoping ATK has something still left in the tank, though. I'm hoping they're not beating themselves up too much right now. Hoping they can show us some of the brilliance they showed against Liquid, the individual skill perhaps, and maybe some of the coordination that we've seen them use to even qualify for this tournament. MOTM, though, finished off by Sonic. Fady falls as well. Mistim still in the smoke. He's just going to go behind. I like this idea from Mistim. It's good flank onto OC. Getting the bomb revealed too. Finally gets that kill. But the trigger discipline for Mistim is immense. He's got an AK and now he's got Marky. Perhaps this is the round where ATK can answer back here. Mistim flashes in. He's going to get himself a third. It's all alone for Mistim. Sonic's the one in a 1v3 and Mango finishes him off. ATK off the back of pistols and primarily their in-game leader's patience are going to pick up a round.
See, maybe their coach was listening. They're like, this guy thinks you can't do it. Go and do it. Go get those kills. And Mistim gets a 4K. That was actually a pretty clever move. Great trigger discipline to not fire until he got a little more information. OC had no idea, was blindsided. AK upgrade for Mistim, and he gets pretty much everyone else, aside from one that was finished off by his teammate. And look at that. You got a round on the board. ATK. Obviously hunger for a little bit more. Extra Salt built up plenty of economy with that 6 round wins in a row, so they'll be able to buy up fully here. Fady does get the opener. And I hope I didn't just cast her curse Extra Salt.
Well, I already gave a caster curse out, so
okay.
Maybe it's your turn.
We're balancing it out here.
Always two there are.
Yes. Fang going to draw Fady though. And Mistim finds another one, so he's the player that started to wake up here. 7 and 5, the only player positive here for ATK. But he is going to flub a Molotov, and oh no, that means that MOTM can't take any positioning towards those back halls until the Molotov fades away. And you see Fang realizing that, says, okay, I'll take that. Walks right on up. We'll get flashbang by his teammates, so a lot of misthrown utility coming through here on both sides. Finally, MOTM repositions. He will be smoked off, and Extra Salt need one more smoke, perhaps thrown by Fang, to ensure that the plant can come down without being spotted. There's a Molotov for boost, and MOTM will fall off, leaving only Mistim holding this angle for the time being. There's that second smoke. The other one's probably going to fade very shortly. As a result, they have to dedicate all their utility just to try and get this bomb planted.
Extra Salt are taking so much time here. It's almost like they're playing a little afraid. Sonic's also going to repass for the plant, but Mistim goes up, and he's met by OC 3v3 now. But there's no utility for Extra Salt in this post plant, and Blaze has a Molotov prepped and ready to go. All three CTs grouping up, and MOTM peering over the top. Spots out OC. It's a great opening. He knows where the next one is, but Sonic will punish. Spam's coming in. It's all down to Fang. Mango swings out into the open. Fang has a headshot, and he makes it a double. Grabs the op to save for OC. And Extra Salt are back in the win column, but it's a rough round for Extra Salt, and Fang has to give us some heroics and some flashy headshots for Extra Salt to be able to put this one on the board.
Oh boy, no, that was a really nice 2K there for Fang. He was the last one standing, but he made every single shot count, and Extra Salt isolate the round victory for ATK and get back to their winning ways. That said, ATK still have enough money to invest into this one, forcing up with an op, 2 A1Ss, and 2 FAMASs. So they're giving themselves a fighting chance into this round. Meanwhile, OC, he's pushing into elevator room and looking to get out into mid with that AWP. There is Mango watching up close, so it will be a tough fight if OC doesn't have support, but I have to imagine he will be moving out here with Marky by his side.
Mid control still in ATK's hands for now, but OC starting to probe through. Has a teammate with him as well. They're looking for an opening. OC spots the fadeaway from Mistum, but he vanishes into the mist, and now he's going to regress through a smoke blaze. However, got a little too big for his britches. Sent down by Fang. Mango's blind as a bat, and he sprays for absolutely nothing. Has no idea what's going on. Mistum, at the very least, has picked up Marky. So it's a 4v3, and an opportunity for ATK still exists. But OC is back towards the stairs, and ATK, they look like they have no mind to fight this one. They'll retreat once again. They're going to concede, and Extra Salt will be getting themselves an 8th on the board. Extra Salt, granted, are not taking this easy on ATK. They are working around well. They're biding their time. They're using their utility. They are definitely playing this one like they're playing an equal. And for ATK, they're going to have to learn how to respond to this quickly, and they might very well soon. Perhaps maybe some ramp aggression will be in the cards from them again, or even something towards B stairs. I know there's a lot of good jump peaks you can use. There's some good flashes you can use as well, and perhaps even that one-way smoke will come through. Timeout called, so they have some idea of what they want to play here.
All right, ATK. They had that save come through, 3 rifles. Don't necessarily mind the call, but it does mean that Extra Salt will take that lead heading into the second half. And looking at the money, yeah, you can get the A1Ss up for Blaze and Mango. Should you? I don't see why not.
Of course here.
Yeah.
Bye.
Go for it. Why not? You need the rounds. Alrighty. Heading into round number 10. Extra Salt are on cruise control right now. Leading the charge is OC, as he usually does, with 11 frags, carrying that big green gun, and Fang right behind him in support with 8. Does ATK have the answer for this Extra Salt team? Or will it be another round victory coming their way? MOTM looking to challenge aggressively towards mid. No one has moved up for the Extra Salt side just yet into this position. In fact, they left the bomb behind them. They want to find that opening frag and play off of contact here. Sees Mango, can't get him. Takes him down to 12 HP, but that's a good opener at the very least for ATK. And Sonic wasn't really in position for a trade, and that aggressive positioning for MOTM pays off. Fang is down for the count, and a 5v3 for ATK. Nade comes through, and Sonic actually just repositioned. If he was still there, that would have been half health for him without a doubt. OC does finally get the response here, finding the frag over on Mistum. Maybe that'll open the space that Extra Salt needs to go for this take. Fady still waiting with MOTM, who has now rotated over from his mid position to help defend this A site.
Nice pickup by OC on MOTM. Actually, by MOTM onto OC, excuse me. And well, that's a 4v2 now for ATK, and they are very much stabilizing here. Fady with the spray on DeMarkey leaves it all down to Sonic in a 1v4. He does have time, and he could get this double kill out towards Ivy's side. He's gonna flash himself a little bit. He catches off MOTM, but he does not connect the spray. Modem with the 2k on the op, and they're 3k on the op, 2k on the hold. At ATK a second round, the aggression does pay dividends. And yeah, ATK, they're adapting. The timeouts are starting to prove their value. And the individuals are starting to come online as well. They're starting to win those duels against Extra Salt. And yeah, Extra Salt's rounds, they've not exactly been the easiest in terms of actually winning them out. So
Mhm.
CATK finally getting some rounds on the board is a good sign, and they could still salvage at least 6 rounds out of this half with decent ease.
Thing is, ATK need to win 2 in a row to break the economy of Extra Salt. So far, they haven't up to the task, but here's a nice 2K. OC and Fang do find the trades, though, to even things out at a 3v3. At the very least, ATK forces Extra Salt to second-guess themselves and back off a bit here. Oh my goodness, though. JT's positioning is perfect for that flank. Mango tries it and really doesn't take a step further once his head is spotted out. 3v2 now, Extra Salt regaining control of the round. And with that, they can take their time. They don't have to go aggressively to either of these sites. I think Blaze might be falling off A. He thinks it's going to be at the B site, and that means that
Braden's
Extra Salt
checking
have
mid.
a free plant. Yep. It's still leaving the A site open. A little bit of a risk. He's going to fall back now. And
Yeah, I think he was a little nervous that they could have gone up through middle and wanted to make sure there was no flank. Yeah, they're going to go for the group up here. That's the thing about Vertigo. The sites are relatively close together, especially if you're having a passive B hold, which MOTM wasn't too aggressive. They're out of utility, though, for ATK. They've used their last smoke, and Marky in towards sandbags. He's in a very well-defensible position. He doesn't exactly have to peek either. There comes OC onto MOTM, and Blaze is not going to be able to get off of the boxes. He's dead on top of triple. 9th back on the board for Extra Salt. It started off okay for ATK, but then the trade started to come back for Extra Salt, and then OC activated, and the rest was history. 7-round gulf separating these two teams. Another buy-up from ATK, though. And let's see if they can get another one on the board. Now, 6 rounds is a little more unlikely. Perhaps 5 or 4 is more realistic. The money on Extra Salt, though, it's still not the strongest overall.
the thing is, though, it's still good enough for a buy in the next round, even if they lose this one. And as I mentioned, ATK need to find 2 in a row to really break through this Extra Salt squad. There we go. Missed him. Waking up once more for a couple, but OC trades it back and makes it a 2v2. I think Sonic has the info. He does. He knew Blaze was around that corner, and as a result, a 2v1. Now, I mean, to ATK's credit, a lot of these rounds, like you're alluding to, Austin, have been very tightly contested, but when it comes down to it, in these clutch situations, 1v2, whatever the case may be, ATK just hasn't been able to convert.
Opportunities, but those opportunities just seem to get one-upped by the ATK or the Extra Salt individuals. And that, I think, does have a lot to do with the experience of this Extra Salt roster and how long they've been a team. They've been together for so long, even when situations get messy. They probably don't have to communicate too much because they already know what their teammates are going to do. And then they also have confidence and faith in their teammates because they've been together for so long. That team bonding has to be very strong here. This core's been together for, I think, like 2-3 years at this point, so it's been a long time, going back to the original ATK days of the roster with Sonic, JT, OC, Floppy, and MOTM. That roster's been together for quite some time now, so they have a lot of that goodwill built up. Not to mention, they've played over in Europe a couple of times now. That's a lot of experience gained as well. ATK are just making the jump into NA.
Yeah, I mean, ATK still has a long way to go until they get to the point that Extra Salt is at, but, I mean, do I think they can get there? Yes. Right now, are they? Unfortunately, not. Look at this. Right next to the smoke, 2 players rubbing shoulders. They have no idea. Missed him. Just has to fire his deagle and doesn't realize JT's walked into him. He's like, oh, this must be a barrier of some kind that never existed on the map before, and just walks around it. Fang, JT, and Marky get 3. Blaze and Mango, the last 2 standing. And only deagles into the round. Not much damage being dealt the way of Extra Salt, though, with them. Blaze waiting behind the fire. Maybe Mango and Blaze can get a couple of frags. Something interesting here. But no, Mango gets taken down by JT, and Blaze can't connect on anything as OC wide swings him with the Tech 9. So Extra Salt pick up an 11th, and they maintain full control.
Couple of more rounds to finish off this half here. Extra Salt already at 11. Buy comes through again from ATK as they'll look to get another round on the board here. Try and get as much as they can. The Extra Salt are looking ready. They're looking primed to go up by a good scoring line in their overall group stage, 2-1. Not so sure if the tiebreakers work, it's something I'll have to look into. But if it is head-to-head, they do have the advantage over Pain, which is something they will very much appreciate. JT, he's tagged down so much, and Fang is actually low. JT's finished off by Fady on the spray down. And perhaps,
MOTM? MOTM.
grim moment.
Sir, that is not the way you are supposed to step.
The elevators are for.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, did Mango spot Sonic? If he did, yeah, Blaze looks ready for this too. I think the information might be here for ATK. They're trying to be a B hit from Extra Salt, but the flashes mean it's not even the point. They're going to clear out Mango too. He's still able to get one out of this and almost a second out of Fang. Perhaps he can. It's Fady to help him out. But Marky on the backstab sprays away for one. He knows where the next is. Missed him though. He is the snake in the grass coming through from behind. He's going to have to go back to A pretty quickly because look what OC has. A wide open bomb site. And it's planted for Marky. So these two can just hold in from behind. Mistim's going to have to make his way up as if he was playing on T's side. And Mango making a bit of noise coming through here. They know exactly where Mango's coming from at the very least. And OC expects Mistim's walk up. Mango, he's finished off too. 12-2. Well, John. This is too good for ATK in the next couple rounds. Was he blind? He's blind. He didn't realize it. That's unlucky.
It's very unlucky, of course. And ATK, well, at the very least, they want to spend a little more time in the server, as their third timeout has been called here. Heading into round number 15. You obviously have to force up here. Should be able to get A1Ss across the board. Maybe you'll have a FAMAS in the mix here, just to ensure that MOTM can get some, or Blaze or MOTM can get the economy. I say economy, I don't know why, but I meant utility up and running. And yeah, they're still deciding on what they're going to end up buying at the end of the day. But Extra Salt up by 10 rounds, cruising along.
Cruising along is a great way to describe it. There was a little bit of speed bump patch earlier on, but now it seems that Extra Salt is more or less leaning back, one hand on the steering wheel. Mistim may give them a little bit of a jolt, but Fang will trade it back quite easily and recover the bomb as well. Blaze is an opportunity. That opportunity is swiftly destroyed. Marky with a swift headshot response, and JT and Marky combine onto Mango. All down to MOTM and Fady now. Flashes in the hands of Fady. And a B retake coming through from these two. Up through jump up goes MOTM, but he's flanked upon by Sonic, who never left mid. Fady does know where the next guy is, but the Molotov's coming in conjunction. He gets one and only one. Extra Salt 13 do half over ATK. We're going to take a break, folks, in half number 2. We'll be in just a minute. again we go to Vertigo. Extra Salt, a massive lead. ATK swapping from offense or from defense to offense. Let's see if they can get something going here. It was Mango who won a second half pistol round ace against Liquid last night, John. Think he can do it again?
Maybe. But last time it was with the USPS, a little easier to pop those heads with the USB than it is with the Glock. But anyway, let's see. MOTM gets the headshot on JT. Swings around the corner. Is it Fang's turn to fall off? No, it's OC. OC jumping off backwards. Maybe you wanted MOTM to feel a little better. I don't know what it is about that corner.
It's 3 times in the last 2 days that we've seen someone drop off the map. Sonic is going to drop Blaze now with a headshot, and, well, let's see if ATK can hold this one off. There's taps and a kit for Marky, but that kit is now on the floor. Sonic is to 1v3 this night. Think, John, ATK are going to get themselves a pistol round here. Yes, they are. Nice response from them. Good entries, and overall good hold. Helped out a little, obviously, by OC's dive off the 51st floor, but still, in general, great stuff from them.
I'm not even sure what forced him into that. All right. In either case, I mean, we can say one thing for ATK. They have a 100% win rate in their second half pistols on Vertigo. So there's a positive stat for them, at the very least. As Blaze is going to walk up here. Maybe they can build off that a little bit more. Yesterday against Liquid, I think they picked up a couple of rounds off that pistol round victory. So MOTM, Blaze, along with Mistim, going to be charging up the A ramp. Look at Extra Salt. They have the read. They could get a frag here at the very least, maybe 2. All 5 players waiting here. Blaze has to do work. He gets 2, missed him with 1. A couple of frags do indeed come in, but that's all they will get. MOTM drops Fang and JT, and ATK make it pretty clean on the anti-eco.
This little mop up there for ATK. They'll get 4 rounds, and let's see if they can get more. This is the amount of rounds they got in their first 2 maps, and they're going to be looking to get a little more here on the board against, I guess you might even, I don't know if you can call them quite like older brothers in terms of JT and Sonic, but they are the ones who really made that first stride over from South Africa to NA and really made their mark. So let's see if ATK can do a little more damage here. JT, speaking of, forced away, drops that Molotov. Fang is here towards Ivy, trying to hold down the line. There's 3 players here from Extra Salt, ready to try and put this T-side take on a hook and hang it up. OC's back as well. Smokes will come through. Utility's going to fly in from ATK. JT's going to be the first to face. Great flashbang for Marky and OC 1 and 2. But Blaze has 2 of his own. We're in a 3v3 and the bomb can go down. Opportunity arises for ATK, but OC, he's shut that first door. Only 2 more to close.
That was a really good flashbang. I think OC and Marky throwing some great utility. And Marky doesn't get noticed very often, but he actually gets a lot of flash assists. He's a great support player. Marky now going to help out with the frags as well. 2 on MOTM and Mango. And, well, those 2 rounds that ATK picked up right off the bat are immediately pushed right back down to the ground as Extra Salt picks up a 14th round for themselves. And looking at ATK, look, you're down 14-4. You got to force up here and try to pick up some rounds immediately, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Mango has the AK. Oh, are they stopping at the Hero AK? They're stopping at the Hero AK. Okay, so they're not going to force up outside of that. 2 Deagles and 2 P250s to complete their buy-up. Extra Salt, just have to be patient. Wait for ATK to come to them because they certainly have the advantage. A lot of fire being exchanged here over at the ramp room. OC, open and connect on something with that A1S. It's so useful at spamming smoke due to the lack of tracers.
They really can do a lot of damage. We saw ATK get a lot of damage on this ramp scrim with the A1S. This time it's OC to get a couple of kills, maybe even a 3rd. He swaps to the USP and gets his next victim. He'll fade away now. A little bit more damage, but a 3-for-1 trade as it stands right now is great. And now he's on for the ace as he swings out wide once again after reloading his magazines. And he's not going to get the ace, but he does get 4. JT finishes up MOTM. 15-4 for Extra Salt. 1 more round for them to put this one to bed. But ATK, they saved for this moment. They're going to buy up fully here. Galils are going to abound. Mango will be limited to a Deagle with a good amount of utility. But overall, everything does seem to be favoring Extra Salt in this matchup. They were the team I think we all expected to win. So in the end, the result is expected, just maybe not the scoreline entirely.
I think what's really interesting for Extra Salt as well is they are literally flirting with a spot in the major right next to those contender and challenger spots. I would be so excited as an NA fan in general. Here's my fan coming in a little bit. If Extra Salt were able to come through and get that spot. But I digress. Back to this matchup. Extra Salt needs to get one more round in order to secure this one and get to 2-1 in the group stage. ATK taking their time, going for what could be their final exit. Missed him. Does get the opener over on Fang. That Sandbags player taken down. OC got a great position at boost. They're not going to clear it out either. No Molotov is thrown here. And unfortunately, they don't even have a Molotov to throw for that position. OC, I think he accidentally right-clicked there. And he will go down as a result. So that's a 3v2 for ATK. And Missed him going to hunt for a little bit more. Still Sonic and Marky standing. Economy, not exactly great, but they've been pretty good in these types of clutch situations, so maybe they can pull it off. Marky coming around this corner. Missed him has the edge, and he will not miss that shot.
ATK, look like they are going to survive this round and live to fight another day. Sonic, in a 1v3, doesn't look to be going for this retake. Instead, he'll just get himself an exit onto Mistum, continue to work around. He's going to hold, trying to stay alive, maybe recover that AK and take that into the next round. But overall, for Sonic, he doesn't really have much in mind to fight this. He'll do a little more damage to the T-sided economy, and yeah, he knows there's nobody else around. Fady, he's just going to hold. Hands off the mouse. He knows he can't die from here. He's just going to chill out. 5th round on the board for ATK, though. And good signs of life coming through from them again. Still match point, though, for Extra Salt. They'll go for a bit of a lighter buy here. A couple pistols upgraded. Sonic on that AK saved. He'll be the hero rifler in this round. Perhaps drop an SMG or something over to one of his teammates. But overall investment will be limited on the CT side.
Good thing for Extra Salt is because Sonic gets those frags at the end, they limit the economy for ATK tremendously. So if they're able to, well, actually, if they're able to win here, it doesn't matter, right? It's over. Mango gets a 2K on OC and Sonic. Or Sonic and Marky, excuse me. OC and Sonic get a couple of frags right before that and make it a 3v3, and an AK gets picked up by OC in the meantime. Alrighty, Blaze and Mango both lit, and that Deagle connects for a shot on Blaze, taking him down even further to 33 HP. 124 remains here. Blaze really wants to find this frag. He continues to reaggress in the direction of JT. Now with Fang coming to support, they have a bit of a crossfire set up. Fang can't do anything. Mango spots JT, and that leaves only OC standing. It was an eco round for Extra Salt, so taking an AK out of it wouldn't necessarily be bad, but I think OC has an inkling that there are 2 lit players, so maybe if he can find one here, he can continue to commit for the full-on retake, but doesn't have a kit, so he needs to find that first frag very quickly, and nope, missed him. Had an angle around the edge of that smoke, spotted at OC, and it was done and dusted before OC saw a single thing. Match point continues on here for Extra Salt, but ATK do stay alive.
ATK now 6 rounds, though. I think they'll be happy with this, and they can continue to try and grow this lead. If they can continue to reset Extra Salt's economy, it very well may grow to double digits very quickly. So ATK, just keep on plugging along, keep on taking it 1 round at a time, 1 kill at a time, 1 step at a time. For Extra Salt, they're just looking to finally put the nail in the coffin and close this one out and look forward to their next matchup. Nade goes through from JT. A little early, though. Nobody from ATK is here. Fang could get punished for being so over-aggressive. Blaze is around that smoke, and Fang, he's not going to hold that angle too long, it seems. He'll go back now. Does a little bit more damage to Blaze, but it's going to be a mid-take coming in from ATK. A nice little fast whoop, but they're going to run right into Marky, who sprays down 2, using the fire rate of the A4 to his advantage. JT out towards middle is not going to catch anything up, but the bomb has fallen. That's the worst part of this round. Now with Fady gone, it leaves so much onto Blaze, as he's now the last one alive, alone on an island, and not much of a prayer.
Look at the focus, though. He does not care about the disadvantage. 1v5 or not, Blaze is ready to rock, but unfortunately it's just not enough against the op of OC, as Extra Salt are going to take this pretty handily by a score of 16-6.